go. Hey everybody, real quick, just wanted to show you the puddle is not draining. It's been a while since we've had some rain. It should still be here. There's some trash floating in it, but the dew puddle is still here. Hello. How are you? I'm good, but your puddle of doom is still gonna... The Loch Ness Monster's gonna come out or something.
Something is, right?
I don't know why it's still there.
Well, it rained the other day.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
It's still been long enough. There's no more water anywhere else. And that baffles my brain every time. There's your agenda.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Got it?
Yep.
Here, do you want it here?
Oh, no, of course not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But you're good. There might be copies this time. Maybe.
I don't know. I didn't make it. Nobody told me to.
Well, maybe you've been able to get in. I think you can't still get in here.
Well, I can get them. I can make them at my shop.
Oh, yeah, that's still a thing. Okay. I'm just gonna sit here. Oh, Terry's there.
She here?
Yeah, I'm here. Of course I'm here.
Wait, how far are you going? Coming up there? Gas?
Well, I don't have a lot of...
Wow, up at the park?
Yeah, I might need to be...
Want me to take this up for you?
I got it here.
Harder.
We need...
It'll be her.
I don't want to be in his way. I'm actually going to scoot over here. I can scoot by you. And sit behind Cleo. Thank you. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to come way over here. If that's cool. Filming myself.
I got another scooter she could use.
Yeah.
Is this okay at your feet? How does not to keep it too high?
This is what the fire department usually gives.
Okay.
As to how we spend the money.
Sorry, guys.
And then I've also got an issue with our relief association. I called the lady up there, Vicky,
Mm-hmm.
and she never got back to me, but it's not enough.
I think she's on vacation till the.
She said that she was done.
I talked to her
December
today.
31st.
She's not. She's not.
No.
Is she, are you still using her?
Yes.
Yes. For now.
So,
Until we come up with something different.
until we come up with a separate system.
So I will give her a call
Yes.
tomorrow.
Yes.
Is she in the old one? Because this check that she sent us was $5,000 too short.
Okay, so what we'll need to do is,
Has nothing to do with the
Right.
the contract with the fire department. This is why it comes from the state, it's passed through.
okay, so we just
Hey Joyce, Joyce, where was the fire today?
Dribblebisses?
What?
Oh, Drivable.
Which Dribblebis?
That's
Where's
the
that?
one.
Right up past us, on the other side of the road.
Later in the week.
It wasn't, I don't think it was anything major.
I was out taking my Christmas lights off outside, I heard the sirens going.
Yeah,
Did you work with John? John.
Yeah.
John and Ruby.
It's
John, hey. John,
Mine's a
Ruby,
little mix.
and-
Especially when I leave at 6 in the morning.
John always walked with the light.
Yeah.
Yeah, he worked in the factory for 2 years.
Oh, shoot. Forgot to bring that letter. Terry,
Oh,
is one of the things that's gonna be covered today is what time the meeting starts? And what time the doors open?
Door should be open whenever the first person gets here. So,
I just don't wanna come up and find out and then have to stop.
they sit out there. We can address it.
Isn't that right? Well, if you don't tell me, camera.
I'll just break it.
Arlene, how is your dog?
Good.
Max?
He's good.
I wasn't sure if Max was his name.
Yeah, Max is his name.
Yeah. That's good.
He's probably home pounding.
Looking out the window.
Mine will sit there and wait. And he'll see me halfway in the trailer park and start barking. I can hear him.
Yeah.
Don't bark.
Max, you don't bark.
So,
Max don't bark.
tell me you're gonna trade him in for a cat.
No.
If you don't wanna bark,
No, I don't want him to bark.
trade
Is there one or two of those, Bob?
Because the problem we have with our dog, we couldn't get him to stop barking.
One.
Mine barks when there's something to bark at.
He only barks at one person.
You.
No. My
I'm
cousin
not-
Earl.
Oh,
Michelle laughed. See smell? No, it's because
Cause when,
when Earl first met him, because he looked so much like Buddy, that Earl freaked out how Buddy came back to life somehow.
Oh,
And backed up and like went like this.
That scared him.
And
he showed Max first, so now Max barks at him.
Max barks at him and growls at him and everything. It's funny.
teases him.
Yep.
The only thing is you
He
won't
tries
have
to use his
drive
spear
your
against
dog.
him.
You don't
Basically, the certificate.
You won't have to drive your
Yeah,
dog.
we're supposed to be copied.
Trying to do the password for this
these,
game.
these guys have.
Yeah.
We have a copy.
Can we get into copy them?
Do we have copies there? We can do it after this is on there.
Yeah.
They've all got them.
Yeah, this is what I took to the notary,
And this is what we do too.
and you need,
This.
Need this for everybody.
Is this the one or is just that one? Cause I thought we needed that. Just this one or that one?
that's
There
it.
too.
This,
Is this the one,
this is the one that I took to the notary and got
and
signed.
this is the one that you need, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we get a copy
Yeah,
of that.
they all came in the same envelope, but
Never mind, throw them in the garbage.
What's that? Just general?
Yeah.
She's
So
a
then-
phone in the garbage.
Here's gonna have to sign.
There you go. I
I'm
got
thinking.
these.
She was throwing them. She said throw them in the garbage. They're no good.
Three.
I already have no couch.
Oh, I got you one.
Made them calls look good.
You want one or no?
Oh, wait, what is it?
This.
Employee.
Oh, no, I don't. Okay. I
And
thought
then
it
you
was
guys each
something
for
else.
these. One, two, three.
I got that too.
Two has the berry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Michelle?
Thank you.
I think
I
there's two
think
in there.
there's two there.
Am I missing somebody?
No, I got one.
Okay.
This stuff back in here,
Good idea.
so I don't lose it.
Okay.
The mayor told me he was gonna be here early, but
Apparently not.
maybe 4 minutes prior to the meeting was early.
You're in the mayor.
I am.
There's a chair right here, and I don't bite.
Oh, there he is. Man of the hour.
They said you wanted this spot.
I have no idea.
I don't care where it's at.
It is. I was joking and you got a phone call.
You just gotta hand it to me like you just got.
Crap.
Is that the new agenda? Is this new?
Yeah. There's the one that wasn't home.
Has everyone been sworn in? Has anybody?
We need copies of the
Affidavit, yeah.
seals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something we gonna have done,
Did everybody bring them?
supposed to have them.
You don't need them.
original?
You can make copies of it.
This is the original. I made a copy for myself.
You're missing it, Eddie?
Huh?
You're missing it? You know,
Yeah, it's at the house.
Can someone bring it down here?
I can,
Next week, Kevin's going to.
Yeah.
I don't think they need the
you
copy.
can leave.
Good, I got where I'm
My picture on.
These are the two documents you need, correct?
That's what I forgot. My, swearing in my paper.
I don't think you need
For swearing in.
This is what I have.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same way.
Alright.
Yeah.
No, they
It's a
have
little
it.
different.
No, that.
Yeah.
You don't need this thing here. Ain't so bad, we need this. So you usually got
Yeah, we
copies
take
of that.
copies
That
of
too.
both.
Oh, you take copies. of
Yeah.
that, Okay. So
And then we gotta put them on file in the office.
Well, I was always appointed, so I never got one of those myself.
Right.
What is this, Cindy? That was the job description. Okay. That is part of the job description. Do you have a book, a handbook, Michelle?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I get you one? Are you missing one? I got an extra.
I think Michelle commandeered mine.
I don't think I did.
I don't know who did.
Boy, the other day,
No.
I'm gonna have to make it you one.
All right.
So I had an extra.
Okay, well, Michelle and I will share this one first.
Well, if you need to take it home, I can get you one, Barry.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
You know, I have it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it in a minute. Oh, yeah, that's what
Correct. Barry, I'll have you one by tomorrow, okay?
Oh, that's no problem, that's no problem. I'm sure we can share that.
The peacekeepers are here.
Tristan is 7.
Okay, call the meeting to order, please rise for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, following the agenda, we're gonna look for approval of prior regular minutes. You guys, all had a chance to look at the prior minutes. If not, you guys wanna take a look at, take a minute, get a look at it. I think it's attached, right?
Yep, it's attached.
It's all pretty much recorded now, so go check on it. You got some discrepancies?
Yeah, we never talked about this.
About what?
Library holding non-library functions.
Which page are you on?
Second.
Yeah, that never came up.
Okay.
No, I don't believe that was discussed.
I'm not quite sure.
The
Highlight
library,
that.
yeah, the library thing I want removed. And it says Anna Hotoing had comments about borough council members, but it doesn't say what the comments were.
Right, minutes are supposed to be a record of who had the comment and what the topic of conversation is. It's not a transcript.
But it doesn't say what the comment was, good, bad, and different.
Right, like I said,
Okay, the library. We never talked about the library holding non-library functions. Anybody?
Through the transcripts there.
Nope. So if we disregard that, we'll defer the
Have it
minutes.
removed?
Have it removed.
I would suggest you remove it
Bring it to the ninth meeting. How's that?
and, there you go.
Okay.
typically is make a motion to approve them as revised.
Okay.
I make a motion, we accept the minutes as revised.
And I'll second that.
Roll call vote. Penzo?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Cindy?
No.
Barry?
Yes.
Let's see. Anthony?
Yes.
And Terry?
Yes, don't forget Eddie.
And Eddie, sorry. Eddie? Yes. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna move on to the nominations and appointments, for borough president. And, first I'd like to congratulate everybody that gets, made on council. You know, no doubt the last 2 years, the amount of stacked up work that was on us, we got even harder work ahead of us. And I'm speaking to myself too. That it's surprising, you know, from being out in 2012, the amount of work that this job is really entailing. And, it's not just showing up once a month and, you know, voting. It's, with, just to name a few, EPA, DEP, no secretary, operator, water sewer issues. You know, it's gonna take us, and I think this council has the right people to move forward and work together, and I think, you know, my advice to this council is clarity. Don't make decisions without being in this room, that everybody in the council and all our neighbors know. And, consistency is another big one, that we stay consistent, helping, making decisions on the borough. So
I nominate Barry Mortimer as president.
Yes.
I nominate Terry Gleason.
Alright, let me just keep track of it.
Who's taking minutes here, by the way?
Yeah, who's taking minutes?
I guess I will. Give me a second.
That's our first meeting, guys, it's okay. Yeah, I just put it slow enough for you. Plus, we can send it, record it, and rewind it. Don't worry.
I just gotta read it tomorrow.
Okay, so we got. Michelle, Ms. Berry. Cindy.
I second Terry Gleason.
I think it needs a second.
Doesn't need a
Is it?
second.
No.
No, it's just this flat out vote, that's what it is, right, it's a nomination. No second, so you just put it in for Gary. So I got two. Anthony?
I nominate, Councilwoman Corbett.
Michelle? Bob?
No.
Okay. Barry?
I'm good.
Okay. Everybody right? Everybody's voted it. I'm missing one person. Everybody's been asked. That's it. So it's, Terry resides as president. then.
That's a lot.
Okay.
Wait, I didn't get a vote on
They
it.
didn't vote.
You
No,
didn't
we
vote?
don't.
I didn't know you was voting.
No.
Oh, I just thought you said
No,
no.
I didn't
No,
vote.
I thought you were still nominated.
Nominated,
Yeah.
yeah.
Taking nomination.
No, yeah,
Okay,
no, I
so what
didn't.
you need to do.
We need
Oh,
to
right,
vote.
right,
First,
I did, yeah.
You technically have to close the nominations before you put it
Yeah,
to a
you're
vote.
right, you're right. I was counting them.
It's okay.
I thought I slept through something.
I thought I missed something too.
I didn't
okay,
hear him say
Chris.
no.
State that you closed the nomination for the office of president.
Make sure.
Can we read them off then, once you close them, just so we're clear
Yeah.
with the nominations there?
Exactly.
Close, Barry Mortimer has been nominated, Terry Gleason has been nominated, and Michelle has been nominated.
What's that nomination for?
President.
So now we just,
That one's easy.
make a motion to,
To,
We
Ask for
vote in the
We gotta
order
vote, yeah.
Right, we vote in order of
of the nomination.
we vote, like I said, vote for Barry, right? That's the first step. Alright, so Barry Mortimer, Bob,
No.
Michelle,
Yes.
Barry,
seeing as Michelle nominated me, I'll vote for myself.
You can't vote for yourself.
Yes, you
You
can.
have to
Yes, you
abstain.
can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
you can?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Okay, alright, so we got two. Eddie?
Terry.
No, just,
No,
it's
it's
about,
where-
So
just
you're
say
saying-
Yes or no?
So then
No.
you're saying no.
Terry?
Yes.
Cindy?
No.
Anthony?
Yes.
Alright, so let's move on to,
It's the majority of the vote.
that's a majority vote.
Anything else to move on?
1, 2, 4 yeses.
4 to 3.
4 to 3 yes, passes. Barry Mortimer's president.
Congratulations.
Well, I appreciate everybody's support.
That was weird.
It was
But
kind of,
that doesn't make sense though. You had 3 people running for president and we just went through one, we didn't go
Yeah,
through
but you
the
go
other.
through
Because
the
you got a
first one
majority.
that
Yeah,
is
you got a
nominated
majority.
So
first.
it's
The one
supposed
that's
to,
nominated
yeah.
first, you go through and vote.
whoever
The
gets
next
the
one,
most.
if he didn't make it, it would go to the next one.
Yeah, that's how it works.
If that one didn't make it, it go to the next one.
That's all set up. Yeah, alright, we're gonna move on to public comments now.
Actually, Chris,
President,
you're
president.
supposed to be
Vice
Chris.
president.
Vice president, sorry,
Vice
sorry,
president.
yeah.
oh, hold on, Chris.
Barry should take over the meeting at that
Yes.
point.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
And then
Chase.
he runs the nominations for
Okay,
vice president.
We never got this.
so, the next thing on the agenda is public comments agenda items only.
It's not supposed to be right now.
It's not supposed
It's
to.
not
be.
supposed
I'm
to.
going by the
Yeah,
agenda
well,
that I got
don't
in
go
front
by
of me.
that.
Don't go by that.
Go through and get your vice presidents in place,
Yes.
Barry.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I'm just going by what was here in front of me. Mayor turns over the meeting to the council president. Nominations and seconds for vice president of the Borough Council.
I nominate Anthony.
I nominate Eddie.
Is there any other nominations? Again, I'll ask, is there any other nominations? If not, I'll count off to
No, you
three.
gotta go to the third one.
You do?
Yep, you do.
Okay.
So say it a third time.
Anybody else have a nomination for the vice president position on the council?
Are you talking to us out here?
No.
No, Ben.
Because I got one.
Put your hand
No,
down.
no.
Alright, I know I'm not a council, but, you know, I can.
So now you close the nominations.
Okay, seeing as nobody's spoken forth, I will close the nominations for vice president. So who was nominated first?
Anthony.
Okay, so we're gonna do this roll call. Roll call vote. Bob?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Eddie?
No.
Terry?
Yes.
Cindy?
Yes.
Anthony?
Yes.
Okay, you're
And
done.
Barry.
And I'm gonna vote yes too. So, the motion carries 6-1. Anthony is the vice president of the,
Who was the second nomination?
the second
Was
nomination
Eddie.
was Eddie.
Okay.
And I don't think there was a third.
No, there was not.
Okay, so now it looks like we need to accept nominations and seconds for
Pro temp.
pro temp.
Here, you wanna sit by your president? I'll move over there.
I'm fine. We'll move. My size is.
Alright. Got anything else you wanna interject before I open these up?
Go for it, dude.
Nominations and seconds for pro temp, or president pro temp, I guess that's what that's supposed to say.
Vice
Pro
president.
temp one.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
President.
President pro temp, okay.
So basically, if the president's not here, the vice president's not here, the pro temp would run the meeting.
Correct.
So do I hear any nominations for that?
Terry.
Okay,
Alfonso.
okay,
Pardon?
Bob.
Terry Gleason?
he's already nominated.
Okay, then. No more nominations.
Okay, so I gotta do this 2 more times.
Yep.
Does anybody else have any nomination for president pro temp or pro temp?
One more time.
Any more nominations for president or pro temp? Speak forth or I'm gonna close it, and that's my 3rd time, correct?
Now just do your roll call vote.
Okay, roll call vote. Bob?
No.
For who?
For
Terry.
Terry.
It's the only nomination.
That was a no?
That was a no.
No, there was 2
Okay,
nominations.
Michelle?
No.
Eddie?
For what?
Pro temp.
Do you want Terry to be the pro temp, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Terry?
Yes,
Okay.
I can do that.
Cindy?
Yes.
Anthony?
Yes.
And
4-2. Pass. What's your vote?
Yeah, you need to vote.
I'll vote yes.
Okay, 5-2 pass. Terry.
Okay,
Usually don't do a pro temp.
so what is this
No.
position?
No. Only one.
There's only one.
No, this one right here.
Vacancy board
Yes,
chairperson.
vacancy
Yeah.
board.
Yeah.
What?
In case somebody resigns, that's your backup person.
And that is a member of the public.
Yeah.
That is a member of the
Of the
public.
public.
I will open up the nominations and seconds for the vacancy board chairperson. Does anybody have any nominations?
He's gonna kill me. I nominate Al Losi. He's out in the call.
She starts blushing back there.
Okay, we've got a nomination for Al Losi. Does anybody have a nomination for vacancy board chairperson other than Al Losi? Again, I will ask if anybody has a nomination for vacancy board chairperson, prior to closing, cause that's the third time I've said it.
Good catch.
I can keep trying. Okay, I'm gonna close those nominations. Do we still put it below?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Bob. Al
No.
Wilson. Okay, Michelle.
Yes.
Eddie.
Yes.
Terry.
Yes.
Cindy.
Yes.
Anthony.
Yes.
And my vote's yes too.
Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4,
7-0.
7,
Or
no,
no,
6,
7-1.
1,
7-1.
6, 1.
6-1.
6-1.
I got bad math skills today.
How dare you say the
So, when do I ask for public comments, Bob, or do I continue down this?
You just continue right now, okay.
Okay, appointment of borough solicitor.
And just keep on
I nominate Bob Kenyon, or Bob Kenyon.
Chris Kenyon.
Chris
Chris
Kenyon.
Kenyon. Not allowed to nominate him.
Huh?
I'm not allowed to nominate him.
You are.
Chris
I think you are.
Lance.
Chris Lance? He's not?
I
You're
think I
not,
was.
sorry.
I don't think I was.
Only
Yeah,
borough
wait for
council
the
members?
guy council.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, does anybody else wanna nominate a solicitor?
I can nominate Chris Lance.
Okay, Michelle nominates Chris Lance. So with that being said, are there any more nominations for solicitor before I close it? With that being said, I close it. So let's do our roll call vote. Mr.
Kenyon.
Kenyon was first. Bob?
Yes.
Michelle?
No.
Eddie?
Yes.
Terry?
Yes.
Cindy?
Yes.
That's 4, right?
Just keep going.
Keep
Yeah.
going.
Anthony?
Yes.
I'll say yes.
Okay, that's 6-1.
Okay,
Chris Kenyon.
nominations for borough engineer.
I nominate Jimmy Joe Carl.
Say yes to that one.
Bob Penzone nominates Jimmy Joe Carl. I will take any more nominations for borough engineer. Are there anybody else wanna make a nomination for borough engineer? With that being said, I'll close it. Bob?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Eddie?
Yes.
Terry?
Yes.
Cindy?
Yes.
Anthony?
Yes.
And I'll say yes as well.
7.
Okay, now we're to, there's a motion to hire a secretary that is eligible for employment by the Lawrenceville Borough per employee handbook qualifications. Do I hear a motion for that?
I'll make a motion.
Need to
I
know
second it.
who it is.
Who it is?
No.
Just put an ad,
We're putting an
put
ad
an
in the
ad in the
paper.
paper.
Oh.
That's all
So,
this is for.
so that
That's
should
for
be,
an ad in the paper.
that should be amended to say,
Yeah.
motion to put an ad in the paper
To advertise.
to advertise for
Qualified.
borough
To
secretary.
hire a borough secretary.
To hire borough secretary, you're right.
Okay.
Okay, with that being said, And that's how it's written now, right?
Yeah.
Motion to, with that being said, Bob?
Who made the motion? We need a motion.
Cindy made the motion, we probably need a second.
I seconded it.
Terry seconded it.
Yes.
I didn't hear you second.
I know.
Sure.
Everybody was yapping.
So I vote yes.
Bob votes yes. Michelle?
Yes.
Terry, or Eddie?
Yes.
Yes.
Terry, yes. Cindy?
Yes.
Anthony?
Yes.
And I'll vote yes as well.
7-0.
So that motion passed 7-0. Okay. Now, was this supposed to be the same thing, a motion to advertise?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so, there's a motion to advertise to hire a treasurer that is eligible for employment by the Lawrenceville Borough per employee handbook qualifications. Do I hear a motion for that?
This is for Nat as well,
I'll make
right?
motion,
This is also for Nat.
Yeah, I'll make
Yeah,
motion.
it's also for an
It's also for
Add to
Nat.
hire a treasurer.
Okay, so Eddie has made the motion to advertise
Yes.
I'll second it.
for a treasurer that is eligible for employment by the borough, Lawrenceville Borough per employee handbook.
Yes, I'll second
That's basically what you motion. Michelle seconded it. With that being seconded, let's put it to a roll call vote. Bob?
So typically you open up for discussion.
Oh, okay.
Before we take a vote, so.
Okay.
I guess I'm looking confused as to what our status of our current treasurer is. Cause last time in December, there was a motion, I believe, to suspend her services. But then we continued it somehow in action.
And I
So-
spoke with her today, and she will continue until we get a secretary treasurer to take over.
She
So I
wants to do a transition type period to bring everything back down.
Depending on how long that takes.
Yeah.
for us to
Okay.
hire.
So the status is she's still working
As
for,
of, my understanding is
Yes.
the status is she's still working until we transition,
Correct.
find somebody and transition to them.
Do we
Correct,
need to
yes.
make a motion for that, to change suspending?
Yes.
but I don't know how we could,
No, no.
Continue our
Suspending,
service
there's no
even-
date, right?
though we stopped it.
That's
Do
what
we
I'm
wanna
trying-
make a
I-
motion to
I'll make a
continue her
motion
service?
to be safe.
I'll entertain
Or
that.
start her service again?
There's a-
I don't know.
I don't know, you
I-
usually
the
start
word,
it once
the
you.
word we used was transition last time. I don't remember saying stop.
Is it on? Is it on?
No.
They
No
didn't
action
stop
was
it.
taken to stop her, it was to transition,
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So we should be fine.
We should
Should be
be
fine.
Alright, okay,
especially
I heard
since she's
stop,
willing to
so-
continue.
alright, so the motion to advertise, I vote yes.
Okay, so we're on the motion to advertise.
Yes.
If we need to make another motion to continue, which I don't
Yeah.
think we
Nope,
do.
we don't.
So the motion on the floor is to advertise for a secretary
No,
treasurer.
hire, to advertise to hire a treasurer.
Right.
We already did secretary.
Oh, I'm sorry, did I say
It's okay,
secretary?
you
I
did.
meant to say treasurer.
Sure.
So we have a motion on the floor to advertise to hire a treasurer,
Yes.
And Bob voted yes.
and Bob has already voted yes. Michelle?
Wait a minute,
Yes.
I didn't vote yes to hire.
No,
to
no, advertise.
to hire.
Advertise.
To advertise to hire.
Advertise to hire.
Yes, it's,
Let's not say hire out, let's just say to advertise.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too.
Alright,
I'll take that out.
yes.
The
So I
vote
voted
is,
yes.
Bob voted yes.
I
Michelle, it's your
voted
vote.
yes.
Michelle voted yes. Eddie, it's your vote.
Yes.
Yes.
Terry? Terry?
Yes.
Or Cindy?
Yes.
Anthony?
Yes.
Okay,
And I'll vote yes too.
so 7-0 pass. Okay.
Okay, so what else do we have on here? Payment of bills, but do we even have them?
We don't even have them, that's gonna have to wait till the night.
Let's table it.
Let's,
On this agenda, it says, a water sewer maintenance work.
Yeah, that
Advertise-
agenda is no good.
Okay, thank you.
So, I make a motion to table the payment of bills until the meeting on the ninth.
I'll second it.
which you would also have to table the borough financial report and so on and so forth. Do we have to do them?
But can we make a little thing in there that says if she has bills that need to be
She
paid,
does,
that we could allow her to pay them?
Correct.
So that they're not late.
yes. So, I make a motion to allow Vicky to continue to pay the bills that are due. How's that?
That's fine.
Okay.
You okay with that?
kind of a blank check.
Yeah, I'd say the standard bill.
Well, they're gonna give us the bills, we have to sign
We're
them.
meeting next week, right?
Yeah.
You think
So-
We'll have the bills and bring them to the meeting, how's that? Okay,
So maybe we should table all that.
table that.
That would be my suggestion.
Alright, so we're gonna table the payment of bills and the borough financial report, that's my motion.
So those two things, we're gonna, we have, Michelle has a motion on the floor to table the payment of the bills and the borough financial information to the
Meeting of.
January 9th meeting.
I second it.
Terry seconds. So I'm gonna call for a roll call vote on that. Bob?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Eddie?
Yes.
Terry?
Yes.
Cindy?
Yes.
Anthony?
Yes.
And mine's a yes too.
7.
Okay, so now we're to public comments, agenda items only.
I got one. So without a secretary, being hired, is anybody volunteering to write the ads? Like who's committing to write these ads? You're gonna do it?
No, I was gonna ask the same question.
Oh, okay.
We really got-
Just
I assume
curious.
With the committees, when we get the committees going,
Right.
we'll appoint that.
Yeah, does somebody wanna commit to making sure that those ads are
I
not
can
blind
do it.
ads this time?
I can do it.
Okay, thank you. That was all.
Good question.
Not a problem.
I was looking at it.
Okay, so we pass with that.
That's fine.
Any other public comments?
I don't have an agenda, but have you planned on setting a meeting date and time?
January 9th,
January 9th.
and it should be advertised
It should be.
before
Yeah,
then,
and tomorrow.
be in tomorrow.
It should be in tomorrow.
But
I
that's.
think what she's asking is for a reoccurring
future-
meeting.
Oh, reoccurring
is it-
meetings.
Oh,
is
we
the
haven't got
same.
that far yet.
Oh, right.
But I think that's what she's asking, is it gonna be
Correct.
the same
Is it
I
the-
would-
first Monday of every month?
I would,
Yes.
I would say
Yes.
the first Monday of every month unless it's a holiday and then it's Tuesday.
Yep.
So does somebody wanna make a motion to
It's in-
advertise
It's
that?
under new business.
It's under
Oh,
new
okay,
business.
okay, that's under new business, so we haven't got
Department reports. If there's.
so now on to, department report. Are there any other public comments?
No, it's all.
Other than, I wanna say congratulations to all of you. I hope you all can work together.
We're trying.
Get things done for the town. Let's not argue and fight, punch each other out and all that good stuff.
I don't think you have to worry about that latter part.
Alright, well, never
Get
know.
along fine. There's no reason.
So,
What about, what time the door is gonna open?
so,
Whoever, when the
So,
first person gets there.
Ira made a comment to, about, on meeting nights, when does the door open?
Cause I don't wanna sit out in the
It should open at least 15 minutes before the meeting because some people have a difficulty.
Whatever.
Exactly,
Whatever
and I'm not,
council meeting.
yeah, I'm not.
Or when it's cold, people stand out there and freeze to death.
Whenever the first borough council member
That's
gets
what I
here,
said.
should open it up.
Open the doors.
Exactly.
So we're gonna say possibly 15 minutes ahead, is that what we're saying?
Or if somebody gets here half an hour early, then so be it.
Okay. So that's just gonna be a no, and we're not gonna.
How about, I can give you this vouch at least 15 minutes prior to the meeting start.
I mean, that's up to us, you gotta show up,
Yes,
right?
right,
Right.
yep,
Yep.
Help set up.
okay. So what, fire department?
Department report, no, as long as nobody else has any more public comments, I'll close that section of it. And we'll move on to, department reports, fire department.
I don't think there's anybody around.
Okay. Police report.
So if you haven't heard, Chief Schutz retired. He was the chief for 43 years. He's now the supervisor. I am now the chief of police.
Didn't I just see you in a funny looking outfit?
We had 36 incidents for the month of December. 8 of them here was in the borough. We had 2 criminal arrests, drug offense, theft. We had 1 traffic stop citation. With that, for the month of December, the borough got 13 and a half hours because we were down, we didn't have a car. Luckily it was under warranty. The issue was the transmission and the training line went. With that, in the whole United States, there was only 4 places that had tranny lines. We had to rob Peter to pay Paul, had to do some sacrifices to try to get one of those 4, as we were a police department that we really, really needed it. Luckily it happened, we just got the car back, a week and a half ago. So we are back up and running. On you guys' billing for December, it will reflect that. Also, we put in that we were, upping the fees for the new year. If there was any questions with that, Supervisor Meacham will talk to you guys if you want. Even if you want him here tonight, all you gotta do is call him and he'll come down. So that's all we have for the police.
Okay.
All right, appreciate you, sharing that with us.
You up?
Congratulations, by the way.
Well, I don't know if it's a congratulations.
Ambulance Association, do we have anything from?
I don't have anything for right now. I'll have it for you for the 9th.
Okay, okay. Any other departments?
Next week,
Okay, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. We got 2 meetings this month, you can get it in there. Are there any other,
We got committees, borough committees.
Okay, borough committees. President to appoint borough council members to borough committees. And this has to be done tonight?
Not that I know.
I don't think it does either. No, why don't you hold that off till?
I'd like
hold
to,
that off till-
I will, if I have to table it, I'll table it till the 9th to give me some
Come
time.
with your list on the
On the
Yeah,
9th.
to give me time to think about it, yes.
I would make a recommendation for you as president that, what you're gonna wanna do is, you're gonna wanna create an email that'll connect all of you, okay? When the time, I don't know if that was okay. And then when you get the secretary, she or he, I don't wanna be sexist, will be a part of that as well as the treasurer.
Right.
And then that is your documentation for communication.
Right, that makes sense.
And so the very first thing you can do when you get that loop in place is ask the question. So list your committees
Right,
and who would like to be
Yeah,
on this
yeah.
committee,
yeah, and that's what I intended.
you know? And then that'll make it easy for
This
you.
is the existing one.
Okay. All right, thank you. So, you know, that's what I intended to do. That's why I was kinda, I don't know if I wanna respond to that tonight. So with that being said, we'll kick that down the road until the 9th. And by then I should have where I wanna place things. Mayor's report.
Yeah, real quick, I'll talk about we got an email, which the Dutch turn off of her web, get all our emails on, for all our communication. 4 of us have an email that has Apex quote, actually a nice quote to help us out through this, AOC, to help us get the plant in order with plans and to satisfy with DEP. And, I mean, basically, it's $5,000, and the other guy was right around 30. So, this is a very good deal here. I expect council to at least look at this, take it serious, and if they're already working with, DEP and EPA, this is a good start. I'm surprised they quoted it, but I'm very happy that they quoted it. So, work with that. We still haven't got a finalized, AOC administrator order yet, so I'm expecting that, we were supposed to get it before Christmas, we haven't. So I expect to hear something soon from Lisa, which Lisa is a lawyer that Rudley is her name, and we're working through with, the DEP and EPA issues, so. Just wanna make that work, council, and we gotta get our, like, maybe tonight we can just transfer, I think I got your email.
Yeah.
But we get all our emails on it, communicates this. It's a home run, I mean, if they're really gonna do what they say on that, cause that's.
Yeah.
You'd have to hold them to it if they sign.
Right, absolutely, I mean, somebody's got a bird dog and when we go to departments, that person's gonna be at that department.
Right.
That's why I was with her and Jer about, whoever's gonna bird dog that. I don't wanna throw $5,000 away, but,
Is it lump sum?
looks like it,
I thought the 5 was just for.
not estimated. But she lays it right out there, well, Apex does, the other guy had like 6, 7
Estimated.
engineers come in. The whole hourly thing, I think, screws us, and, it's an open check. I mean, I'm not saying he couldn't do a good job, but she knows the plant, I mean, she's cooperating with Lisa, so that's a plus right there, who's also in touch with DEP and EPA.
Okay.
So I think it's important that the borough should look at that and move forward with it. That's all I have, Barry.
Oh, you're passing it around?
Yeah, okay. I'll put you guys on email.
Okay.
Yeah, oh, sorry, yeah, generator, the uninterrupted service, I've been in contact with Cleveland Brothers, they owe me a phone call to meet with a backup plan if we lose power, which is another DEP corrective action that I've been working on. So I think the holidays interfere with it, but we don't have a generator, so we could be out of compliance. So I'm working with the Cleveland Brothers to do like what Elkland did for a while, and if we lose power, we have a contract, they come down, power within 2 hours. So working on that, they have to come take a look at our system down here, make sure whatever disconnects gotta be put on. We were gonna go this route, a couple of years ago, Bob, we talked about it, but we went with the generator instead, but I don't know what they'll.
It was crazy, that was the problem.
Yeah, I was looking for a quick reference, cause the big thing with generators is they're also gotta be Title V permitted, and there's no cheap ones out there for a Title V permit, which we did not know. And I expressed my disdain to our lawyer about that. I mean, we were buy any generator to back us up, but there's a specific one that DEP and EPA will accept. So we can't just go buy any type of generator without their blessing. So the next quickest thing I have an idea for is one of the ideas we kicked around last year, which is Cleveland Brothers, the cat dealer up at Mansfield. Where I've been talking to them, they're supposed to meet us at the plant when they have a free moment. Hopefully this week would be nice. Because, and I have communicated that to our lawyer that we are en route of working on this, so they don't nail us, you know.
Chico, can I ask for a little elaboration? Jimmy Joe Carl, the engineer, have you guys met with him? Cause he's the one that
Yep.
has done hookups and everything
Yep.
is set to go, whether it's natural gas or electric, or that's all done?
No, he's the guy that's gonna meet with this company, yes.
Okay.
And I wouldn't, he's the guy that I'm gonna hook wagons with, and probably one of the council members, maybe some experience like Bob, could meet him down myself and try to figure that out. But Jimmy Joe's, I mean, that's why Jimmy's such a critical piece to all of my work here. You know, so, yeah, it's a good thought, that's for sure what we're gonna do.
And the borough is currently out of compliance.
Yes, generally.
Something you said made it sound like that you were headed there.
Well, they haven't set no fines, they said, thank you for letting me know, and we're working on that, so that's really, they understand that we're stacked up against this, O&M thing, and, working on all those.
And they being DEP?
DEP and EPA, that's correct, and, they understand that, so I didn't just cold check them, I let them know in advance that I was not there with the generator, we weren't there for the generator yet, so they thanked me, but you're right, to be correct, we are out of compliance without the generator, we lose power today, but trying to get it done, guys. That's all I got.
Is that it?
That's all I got.
Okay. Now we need to move on to new business. There's a couple things under new business. Does anybody wanna make a motion to advertise the 2024 Borough calendar?
I make a motion that it's the first Monday of every month at 7 PM, unless it's a holiday and it's a Tuesday.
Do we have a second for that?
I'll second it.
Terry seconded. So we're to the point where we vote on this. Bob?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Eddie?
Yes.
Terry?
Yes.
Cindy?
Yes.
Anthony?
Yes.
And I'll say yes as well.
7. Pass.
Okay, pass 7-0. There's also new business on here. Does somebody wanna make a motion to advertise to hire eligible employee?
We already did all
I was to
that.
say, we already did that.
Okay.
That was at the front. I
Well,
don't know why.
it's written down.
I know. I don't know why.
Public comments before adjournment.
How about old business? Do we need to discuss old
I
business?
think that needs to be on the
Well,
How about we,
we don't really have any.
Yeah, there's nothing on there.
Exactly, that makes sense. Public comments. No, there's another public
It can be
comment.
about anything.
This can be about anything, concerns, what have you.
Yeah, what are you guys gonna do about the kids, riding up on the dike and going in between people's yard and ramming their bikes in our, sheds? I've said something and the
We
bikes
called
are,
the officer.
we had to call the officer
Okay.
and they said.
Can you elaborate on that, Brad?
Yeah, whatever happened to that? I mean, did you find out who it was?
I
Did you
looked,
catch
we
him?
couldn't find
You couldn't
anybody.
catch him?
We didn't find anybody.
I mean,
And
they,
then the next night
And
I
they're
went
taking our
and
stuff, that's what I'm
there was a
saying.
call in,
I had
I
a couple
started
stuff.
looking between houses with my bike, trying to find, didn't find anything, and apparently people were complaining that I was using my bike, apparently, but.
was complaining about you using your light?
Yeah.
Well, that's too bad, you're trying to find somebody.
So, I'm just saying, it's, you know, it's gotta start calling when things happen, not wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just call when you see
I
it
did
on-
call when
No,
it,
I'm just saying, I'm not saying you,
alright.
I'm not saying you, I'm just saying that people have to start calling when it actually happens. It gives us a better chance
The
to
borough owns the
find it.
dike.
They just seem to like to hang in that trailer court, up on that back dike, down over the bank. And they're, you know, it ain't so bad when it's during the day, okay? But late at night.
I mean, the lake's right behind my house, I
What
walk down
time
there
are
all
you
the
talking?
time.
What time are you?
What was that, around 7, was it?
Yeah,
I
it
called
was just
after 7, 7:30.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I can make notes with that we can have a patrol through there around those hours and that.
If it was earlier daylight, then you know who's ramming around your yard and
We
everything.
always know when it's
Well, we
daylight.
did see who the kid, I think they saw who the kid was, at least the back of their head, because
The
we
one
have a
you sent
motion
me was
light
blank.
right in front of our porch. And my mom told the kid, hey, you're not supposed to be out here, walk between those, and he told my mom to shut the fuck up.
hey,
Hey,
Well, he did!
you don't repeat it, huh?
Anyway,
don't repeat it.
he swore and cussed at her and said that he can do whatever he wants, he can be on there and do whatever he wants. But you know how
I
kids
don't,
are.
correct me if I'm wrong, Bob, I don't think there's anything that says people can't walk the dike.
No, the
No,
dike
they're,
is
no,
private.
they're
Well,
walking
I'm just
down the
saying
dike and they're coming down through our
I'm just-
yard and messing with our stuff
Can I just clarify?
after dark.
Can I just clarify? It's public property. They could walk on the dike, they could ride their bike, they could walk their dog.
Yes.
The issue is
Yeah.
when they walk on your property.
Yes, that's what they're doing, they're coming down from the dike.
I'm
going
not
into our
saying, I'm
property.
not saying that they aren't allowed up there.
I mean,
I'm not saying that.
I
I'm
think
just
Brad
saying-
just said that
I'm
he's
just
gonna
clarifying.
up some patrols.
Yep.
Yeah.
And, the thing of it is when they're trespassing, you have to catch them in the act. And,
Just have to be able to identify who they are.
and identify who they are. And, so I would, if people are trespassing on your property, I would make that phone call every time they did.
No,
We did
like I
that.
said, the dike, that's a different thing if it's a motorized vehicle.
Yes.
Right, right. I understand there's no
Yeah.
motorized vehicles
Yeah,
up there.
bicycle, well, yeah, we can't, yeah.
But I can walk down from my place and stroll up and down the dike as much as I want to.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What about electronic vehicles? I walk my dog up there sometimes.
With that,
Yeah.
that's not a problem.
Okay. It don't go burn.
No, that's not a problem.
Okay.
Can I elaborate a little bit on that? So in a council position, would it be worth maybe considering to stop it after dark hours, like when the parks close? Is that something that is maybe considered?
I-
Should be up there after dark?
I don't think it's something that we can,
Our ordinance talks about curfew for kids. I mean, that talks about that.
Yes,
so-
but I, likewise, public property, no. The only one that they would have would be their parks. Like parks, they can set
we could close the parks.
dusk to dawn, whatever they want hours. The borough council can do that. But just public property like that, the dike, yeah, they can't control people walking
Yeah.
their hours, because now you're violating their rights.
So I guess to address your question.
Well, we mow half the dike where we're at too, so,
Well, we asked them nicely to stay off.
and I asked them nicely to
He-
stay
he
off
just-
where the dike is,
No,
where
that
my
late at night after dark.
But is the dike on your lot?
half, yes, we mow half of that dike.
Just
not
because
what
you mow it doesn't mean that it's yours.
No, where my shed is, where the dike is, okay?
Right.
At the bottom. At the bottom. They're coming down with their bikes, down with their, and
Down in
there's,
the yard and out.
and down the yard,
So-
out in our yard, ramming our sheds.
If you can identify them, that's what helps us with that. Because if you've got game cameras, you got them on your
There you
phone,
go.
something like that. Photos don't lie. As long as we got a photo, we got pictures.
Okay, so moving on, do we have any other public comments? I think we've addressed that to the best of our ability.
Okay.
One other thing for that property, from trespassing and like that, you've gotta make sure that the person knows that they're not to be there. So therefore, that it's a good idea to post it, or have some kind of writing that they know they're not to be there.
Yes.
Okay, so I just,
Otherwise you have to you guys would have to come and say, the property owner no longer wants you on here. But then when they would come back, then maybe you could do a little more.
Yes.
So any other public comments? With that said, okay.
Make a motion.
With the kids in the park climbing the trees, cause I was walking Max I think last Thursday, and there were kids, they were standing up in the tree branches and then jumping down from the tree branches.
That's kind of, that might be a playing at your own risk.
Isn't that liability to the town? They stand on the
What
fence.
trees are we talking about? Inside the park? Or?
Yeah, the trees inside the park.
Where the park is.
Or they're climbing on the fences
They
as
climb
well.
up on the fence and then you climb up in the tree, reach over and get in the trees.
Yeah.
There's really nothing you can do about it.
I mean, we could post a sign outside of there that says no climbing on trees and fences, but that doesn't mean they're gonna comply.
Well, no, they're
Would they
not gonna
play it
comply.
at
Actually, you're
their own
wasting
risk?
your time.
It's an actual
Talking
risk.
about?
Yeah.
I think there used to be one there.
Yeah, exactly. Any other public comments? Any other public comments? Entertain a motion to
Make a
adjourn.
motion to adjourn.
Michelle made a motion to adjourn. Terry and Anthony are fighting about who seconded it. I'll go with Terry because he's the one I heard first. Bob?
Yes.
Roll call vote for this. Bob says yes. Michelle?
Yes.
Eddie?
Yes.
Terry? Voting on the motion to adjourn. Cindy?
Yes.
Anthony?
Yes.
And
Get a copy of all the certificates here.
have we got the room open so we can do that?
Here you go. What?
I'm prepared.
so what do you guys, I asked about that, is the number of calls from the
These are the two you need to.
Yes.
Ryan Circle, I would told, yeah. Ryan Circle is probably good.
Okay, I just didn't know.
Not the state road. He's worried about me.
No, he's fantastic.
Okay. I will keep that in my little book.
That's fine.
When the other, like, the dollars,
Don't say anything, leave it go.
he always asks.
That's
Well, I'll
fine.
save you, so.
No, that's fine, don't say anything.
So this is just going to, just hand it to her.
Yeah, she'll know what it is, it's just.
I changed my mind about this sign.
Oh, you're going over there to get them? Okay.
Oh, can
Hey,
I
you get
mention,
emails,
just
too.
because I just seen again, that the toilet is running water still while it's not being used, in the bathroom.
Jiggle the handle, jiggle the handle.
Jiggle the handle. Jiggle the handle.
Did you try jiggling the handle?
But it was like that when I went in there.
Oh, so you didn't jiggle the
you didn't
handle?
jiggle the
So what you're suggesting is somebody
the
should
person
stop and jiggle the
before me
handle?
didn't jiggle the handle, but it could use like some
Would you like me to go check?
You might need to, because I didn't think about it. I got distracted in between,
Barry, you
but
write
it
your
is
email
still
to me
running.
just in case, I'm gonna give it.
You have mine, Chris.
You're good, Bob's good.
It probably just needs
We're adjourned, I got phone number right. If I get mobbed by a massive mob, I'll call you and you can come protect me.
I'll get it with the
Very good.
My
Hey, I
goodness,
haven't
sit
had
down
this
too
one,
long
I've
and you
never
can't
had
get
this
up.
fast. This is crazy.
I seen one this fast.
I'm actually gonna, if no one's in there, I'm gonna go film it, because it's worse than
I'll
last.
go back. I didn't go last all night, so I'll go back. Oh, I don't. Why, what?
No, he's in.
I did know that. Well, I'm not the other one.
Yeah, because, holy yeah, I need something. Ask her about this one. So we have to. But we think we already set the job. It's not a big deal, Matt, we'll vote on it Monday.
You're gonna have one in the back too.
Tuesday.
So if I go up there, she'll be able to give us a actual.
Look out, you got somebody coming through.
Yeah, it'll look like this.
Oh, do you have it?
I have one like that.
Chico, just so in case you can't read my handwriting, that's all in lowercase and flat. Pass that down to him if you would, sir.
I already have copies. The ones down there.
Look like that. That's an old
I
one.
came and took pictures.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
I'm
so you can have. Okay, I'll ask her.
You're gonna need that or the budget.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Then I'll send it. This is the 2020 the actual.
Yep, yep.
That's not.
This is, last year.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
Bobby, need this.
I do want to show you something before I.
That's an original. You didn't make a copy of it. Just
Say goodbye, everybody.
Sure. Oh, wait a minute. You didn't run up and down the mountain.
Alright, hammer is sticking it.
I warmed up.
Can I?
I'm like, oh shit, I'm
Pardon me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Alright. So, look. Just because this is so absurd. Guys.
Just that ran us today, I had to drop off a plate.
And it isn't running, so whoever was in here after me did jiggle the handle, but. Done with the toilet view. So, real quick. We can talk right here.
Did Scott get elected as supervisor?
Yes, yeah, that's why you had to, give it up.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So.
That'll be good. You'll miss the work. I know
Yeah.
you'll miss
All right. Switch this over. So. I'm gonna go outside.
No.
No, I'm not kidding you.
They will never have.
Let's go outside.
So, and
The toilet comments are the best.
Shitter's full.
Well, it's definitely not very clean, so I'm gonna stand here in kind of the light so you guys can see me, which is not normal, but okay. So, not kidding you. I did want to talk real quick. I'm gonna go down here because this is not level and I'm nervous. And I just, yeah. Without having a secretary and the office only being used for the monthly meetings, like I shown you guys when I got here, that the secretary room that they made still has a padlock on it. So that was definitely a real thing. I didn't grab it. I got some other paperwork tonight. They should be back with their committees, fill out sheets so that they can talk about who they want to be on the committees. Hold on, I'm echoing in my ear. I can't do that at the same time. Yeah, Kathy, real quick, if you see the kids doing this, you need to call 911 so they have it there, and then they will send it to Chief Wilson or Officer Chris. I agree, it's not a council problem. Yeah, so real quick, about the trespassing that got brought up from the dike too. So if anybody's not aware, the trailer park that's on that side of the dike is private property. So it's not any deemed public property. So once you go down that ledge that's on the left side, you're entering private property. And what law enforcement recommended tonight is that anybody who, if you catch them, you need to let them know, you know, so you can call the Lawrenceville PD number. You can call 911. I don't know how appropriate 911 is, because I think 911 really is more geared towards an emergency service, and I would consider it a non-emergency call. The best thing that you can do, and this is what the officer said, is make sure that there's no trespassing sign, like that you post it, that you're not supposed to be there, keep off my grass, whatever kind of sign you want to put on. Some people get really creative with it. People get really creative with like dog poop signs, so that's always an option that definitely I would recommend doing. The other thing that needs to happen is you gotta have them on video or surveillance. So I guess a quick call out to everybody that does live over there by the dike. If you've got security cameras or footage of people, especially maybe after dark, that are crossing that line from public property to private property, these guys might need your help. It's not really a big thing with all the poop. That was on the other side of the dike. So let's see here, what else do we have? So yeah, anyway, report it as it's happening. Get photos, get evidence, for the trespassing stuff. I think that the borough, there used to be, and I don't know if maybe there still is, but there was a play at your own risk sign with the parks. So if that's gone, that needs to be put back up there, because that does, relieve some liability if they impale themselves with a fence or fall out of the tree and break an arm, because this is what kids do. So it's not, kids do it. They're gonna be kids. Kind of gotta let them be kids. Get soap in their eyes. That's how they learn to close their eyes. So that's how our brains are trained to learn. So it's not poop that is the water. Yes, Miss Grace is correct. So Rod, the toilet is just water stains. That's how heavy the minerals are. Thank you. Yes, so everybody take that down, because there's sometimes when 911's not appropriate. The guys in Lawrenceville for the police department, are short-staffed. Chief Shutt just retired, so I'm sure they're gonna have to hire another officer. Mr. Brackman hasn't been on that long, and he serves quite a large area. So I imagine possibly if they, can figure out what their budget's going to do, which sounds like they're having some trouble with money, is they're gonna have to cover Chief Shutt's position. So at least probably hire another police officer. So I would expect that probably in the coming months. Yeah, the water is pretty bad. All right, so guys, thank you so much, especially for y'all that have stuck around. I really appreciate it, and all of the support. Just make sure you click the like button. Feel free to share it with your friends or your family. I thought tonight was really good. I was a little embarrassed at first, and over the weekend there was kind of a lack of cooperation between current old council members and coming in council members. We had a short conversation about the transfer of borough property, and Mansell did try to make a motion either December or November meeting to get some of the borough property returned, like keys and such, but there was no cooperation, obviously, in that. And I do want to point out, while we're at the end and y'all are still here, that Cindy Burrows did vote no to approving the meeting minutes for last month with amendments, right? So they did make sure that their motion was clear, that it had to have some things amended because there was things on there that did not happen or were not discussed. And no, DEP says they don't need a boil water mandate. Believe it or not, DEP supposedly keeps an eye on this, and the tests are being turned in, the samples are being turned in, and they are not required for a boil water advisory, because what's in there is not killable, can't kill it, it's deposits. is what they say. So, formal lab results we don't have. DEP says that they're posted on the website, but they haven't been done by a lab or a third party, so you can't post it, like if somebody didn't send it in or pay for it or do it. I got off track. So Cindy voted no to the meeting minutes as amended, and everyone else voted yes. So there was a lot of confusion about tonight's meeting and when it was going to be. And there is going to be a meeting next Tuesday. I'll be down here for that as long as everything works out great. And you guys know I'm traveling a little bit. So I think a second meeting is great because it gave them an opportunity that they can come together now. They've got a little bit of time to check out that proposed budget and make any amendments that need to be made with that. There's a lot of fact finding and discovery that needs to happen. Still not having a secretary definitely is hurting the business, and it's putting the borough in what I would call a vulnerable state because it's a public entity. So what we're seeing is folks trying to take advantage of the fact that they know it's going to be difficult for them to hire a secretary. So they are negotiating. There's been a couple names that I think are going to get thrown in the hat. I'm not going to say who they are. Those people will reveal themselves as time goes by. But I think it's really important to make sure we get the personnel issues dealt with so that the borough office can be open and business can be conducted. Maybe we can get some documents, you know, with right to know request, stuff that I don't need right to know request to get. Shouldn't be that difficult to get. So I'm really looking forward to the new year. There is a meeting next Tuesday that is going to be advertised. I think tomorrow, they said, or the day after. So keep an eye on the penny saver. Hopefully the job ads, Terry committed to doing them, and they're descript. Hopefully they're descript, and you know, hourly rate, all that stuff is in there, and maybe it can attract some attention. Hopefully they post it in the Corning Leader because it's really not far. A lot of people drive 13 miles one way to work, and I imagine that maybe the right person could be in Corning or a Painted Post, you know. So it makes sense to advertise in all of the periodicals, whether it be north to the Corning Leader or to Wellsboro for the Wellsboro Gazette. So that definitely makes sense. So it's been, yeah. Well, I drank some water that I should not have drank. All right. So thank you guys very much. Again, as always, for your support. Looking forward to the new year. I think it was great that we could pretty much hear everybody. Terry, a little tough to hear him tonight, so hopefully that improves. And I thought that the quorum, that even with the quorum, everybody that was at the table did a great job. They were pretty organized, you know, as far as understanding some of the logistics on how the meeting goes. And I'm really excited to see Barry. Congratulations on president.
Thank you.
We were pretty sure that that's how that was gonna go. He does have former experience with stuff like that. So I think it's a great fit. I think everybody did a really great job. We buy all our water and then pay $150 a month for that crap. Grace, that's funny. So part of my conversation while you're still here and food for thought is the whole summer, last summer and leaked into this summer, there was no water sewer billing even done. So a lot of folks, the revenue, there's a lot of missing revenue and income for the water and sewer department. So as these folks are going through the finances, which is why that was tabled, because it's just deep and they're not even sure exactly what bills there are. So we found out a couple of weeks ago that the reconnect fee for the natural gas, the heat at the water plant was never paid. The bill, the usage was paid, but there was a reconnect fee that was not paid. So the gas had been off, which meant there had been no heat in that building. It's suspicious. I mean, from my point of view and in my opinion, it looks a little bit like sabotage, but that's just an opinion. You don't have to take that any more than that, but it has been fixed. It's been paid. Everybody got together really quickly to make sure that the heat was on in there so that the pipes didn't get messed up. Same goes for that. That's your water supply. So it was really important to make sure that that was on. I am smitten to find out that there's been council members that this has gone by, or they had to have known about it. And again, I'm disappointed that it wasn't brought up. So again, we pay our bills on time at home. I don't understand why there's such a problem, but we'll see how things go. All right, so thank you. All right, thanks, Suzette. Yes to the penny saver, Rod. I do believe that that's where you're going to find at least the legal notices, because that does count. It doesn't not count, and some people feel differently about it. I don't know what I take. Yes, Jake, you missed most of it. Just me kind of recapping. I have to look maybe a little closer to see what kind of requirements for me to be the publication, because the legislation, as you read it, does stay online. So it doesn't have to be published in the paper for it to fit inside that legislation of legal advertising. It could be me, but there's no place that those requirements of what considers me broad enough of a coverage, those are not laid out. So it's a very gray area, and maybe that's something the commissioners could answer for us. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it down there. We do have new commissioners. We have a new DA for the county, and hopefully we can get things moved forward. And as this stuff from the past, you know, is evidence is going to start popping up, things, people are going to start knowing things, people are going to start discovery, you know, maybe charges are filed, maybe not. Maybe the state of Pennsylvania and those authorities that are doing their investigating, maybe that comes with some fruit. So I thought it was a great night. Jake, yep, make sure you tell your dad congratulations on president. And yeah, try to have a little patience, guys. I mean, I've been doing this almost 2 years, not far away from 2 years. I've seen a lot of things that it blew my mind, but I think that we have really great content to look forward to. I'm not going to stop filming. I'm going to keep coming. So if there's any speculation still on that, I'm going to keep coming. So if you could like the video, share the video, obviously that's important. Thank you guys so much for your comments and for interacting, because that really is what helps, you know, the most, is the interaction starts throwing it out to other people. And I'm here to seriously tell you that people from other places are watching, y'all. Yes, he did. He was elected president, Jake, so definitely congratulate him. He is in there. I don't know what they're doing now, but they're just about all out now. So we're see how things go. And yep, a lot of things to clean up. So I am ditching this and get walked to my car. Thank you. Check on your neighbors. Thank a veteran. Be kind to your police officers. These guys have got some work. Boy, the stuff that they deal with. But if you do, again, have people trespassing coming over from that dike over to your private property, start documenting it, get pictures. Absolutely, Grace, you're welcome. Thank you guys always for showing up. We'll see you next week. We'll see you next Tuesday. And we're going to be allowed... We're going to be allowed in 15 minutes prior to the meeting starting, so I think that's going to be really nice. We won't have to freeze outside. And if you didn't catch it earlier, hold on, let me switch this for you. The puddle of doom is here, still around the corner. So, just showing you again that I don't know why it's not draining. Just kind of one of them irritating things. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much for your all your support. I'm going to end this at 1 hour and 25. Have a good night. Happy New Year.